Police get 274 new vehicles, two more gangsters cut down by police. Police discovered 66 guns shipped in a container at Kingston Wharf. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The police are reporting that they have made another major gun and ammunition find at the Kingston Wharf. Some 66 firearms, including 16 high-powered rifles, along with over 4,700 rounds of 9mm ammunition, were discovered on Monday in a container ship from the U.S. Their swift and coordinated efforts led to the arrest of two suspects in relation to the massive gun and ammunition find at Newport West in Port Bustamante. And you can see that it's not foreigners who mashing up Jamaica. It is Jamaicans who mashing up Jamaica. Some 274 vehicles valued at 1.7 billion were handed over to the Jamaica Constabulary Force on Wednesday morning. They include 19 motorcycles. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang handed over the vehicles at the office of the Commissioner of Police in St. Andrew. Minister Chang said the procurement and handing over of the vehicle weeks before the financial year ends demonstrate the government's commitment to boosting national security. Among those vehicles are 121 pickups, and those include Toyota Hilux and Mitsubishi Triton, also 55 SUV, Toyota RAV4, and Mitsubishi Outlander, as well as Kia Sorento. 3 coasters and 5 highest buses, and also 90 motorcycles, and these are the Yamaha FZN 250 he outlined. Meanwhile, Portmore Mayor Leon Thomas has condemned Tuesday night's verbal clash between supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party at a committee meeting to discuss the government's proposal to grant Portmore parish status. Videos circulated via social media late Tuesday evening showed a heated verbal clash at the municipality's headquarters, for which the police had to be called to restore order. Noting that the meeting was intended to provide residents, including senior citizens and other concerned community members, with an opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue on an issue that directly affects them, Mayor Thomas blamed JLP supporters for the disruptive actions. He said their disruptive behavior caused distress among attendees. Witnesses even heard some of those individuals declared that they were instructed to mash up the meeting, Thomas said in a statement on Wednesday. The St. Catharines South Police have charged 3 men for drugging and sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl at a house in St. Catherine on February 5th. And those charged are 19-year-old Romaine Sherrill, otherwise called Six, and TJ, 21-year-old Robert Scott, otherwise called Sinanik and Nick, and 20-year-old Akeem Williams, otherwise called Tippy. Investigators had reported that about midnight, the men met the 14-year-old and invited her to the house, which was being operated as a rental property, and it's alleged that the men gave her a pill to ingest, after which they sexually assaulted her. They then videotaped the act, and a report was subsequently made to the police and an investigation launched. The men were then pointed out in an identification parade and later charged with rape, grievous sexual assault, sexual touching of a child, and unlawful detention with intention to commit grievous sexual assault. They are also charged with producing child pornography, possession of child pornography with intention to distribute, unlawful detention with intent to commit sexual intercourse, and administering a drug with the intent to commit an undetectable offense. Here's another question. What is a 14-year-old doing out at 12 o'clock at night? The St. Ann police are crediting community engagement and cooperating for the discovery of several illegal weapons and ammunition in the parish. The police made the discovery just hours apart at separate locations in Runaway Bay, and the most recent find was at Sea Spa Resort Wednesday morning, where a black and chrome Brico pistol was seized with a magazine affixed containing 6 rounds. An additional 91 rounds were found in a black pouch, as well as a Diana 34 classic airgun and a 12-gauge cartridge. A man wanted for at least 3 murders, including the killing of 2 teenage boys last December in a St. Andrew North Police Division, was fatally shot during an alleged shootout with the police in St. Catherine early Wednesday morning. He has been identified as Keith Newman, otherwise called Nico, of an Erie Castle address in Stony Hill, St. Andrew. The incident reportedly occurred about 3:40 a.m. in a section of Marchpenn, Spanish Town known as Ghetto. Newman was a suspect in the December 12, 2024 murder of 16-year-old Nickwan Whitley and 14-year-old Jermaine Henry, who were killed along Erie Castle Road in Stony Hill. Newman was also listed as wanted for the murder of Adrian Hines alias Shappy on October 12 of 2024 in Stony Hill and the shooting of a man along Long Lane in the vicinity of Red Gallery in St. Andrew on February 10 of 2025. Deputy Superintendent Randy Sweeney, commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Division, said the apprehension of major violence producers is critical in the efforts to disrupt criminal networks and bring perpetrators to justice. And as the police continue to wipe out gangsters, a man linked to gang activities in Central Village in St. Catherine was fatally shot during a police operation in the community on Tuesday. He has been identified as 29-year-old Orlando Douglas, otherwise called Carpy, a resident of Detroit Big Lane in Central Village. And it's reported that about 10:30 a.m., a police team went into the community in search of wanted men and illegal guns, and it's alleged that Douglas was fatally shot when he engaged the police in a gun battle. A Glock pistol with several rounds was reportedly seized from his body. Investigators said that Douglas was a member of a criminal gang based in the Big Lane community. On to sports. Sports Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange said that the National Stadium track will be resurfaced in time for next month's ISA Boys and Girls Athletics Championship and April staging of Grand Slam track. Wednesday afternoon, Grange confirmed that a contract was signed with track manufacturers Recarton and work will begin in the coming days. The state of the track has come into question over the last few months, with reports that stakeholders, including the Michael Johnson-led Grand Slam track, were concerned it could host high-level athletics event. The Boys and Girls Athletic Championship is set for March 25th to 29, while the Grand Slam track will take place from April 4th to 6th. On to football, Lilliput Rovers and Flanker FC scored big wins last Sunday to maintain their position at the top of their respective zones in the St. James Football Association's International Major League. Mark Williams scored 4 goals for Lilliput Rovers in their 6-2 come-from-behind win over defending champions Granville United, while Flankers were 2-0 winners over Cambridge United. Lilliput Rovers are on 13 points from 7 games played in Zone A, which is one more than Reggae Youths, who have played a game less, with Wadada United in third place on 11 points. Flankers lead Zone B with 18 points from 8 games, which is 2 more than Green Pond, with Cambridge United on 13 points in third place. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.